Welcome to Secure Money Mindset, the ultimate podcast for financial planning tips and strategies. Our episodes are designed to be concise and to the point, lasting no more than 30 minutes. Each episode features seasoned advisors from Secure Planning Group or an outside financial specialist discussing crucial issues and providing actions to consider when addressing your top financial concerns. We value honesty and transparency, meaning we present both the good and the bad news in a clear and concise manner. Our goal is to provide you with reliable insights and practical guidance. Be sure to hit the follow button to stay up to date with our latest episodes. For more information, please visit our website at securepg.net. Let's dive into this week's episode of Secure Money Mindset.
Welcome, listeners, to Secure Money Mindset. My name is Mett Crescenzo, and I am a financial advisor with Secure Planning Group. Today, we're talking about the steps you will take to maximize your retirement contributions for 2024 before this April 15th deadline. As we approach the deadline, it's important to discuss the different types of qualified plans, the contribution limits for each of these accounts, and when these contributions must be made by. The goal of today's episode is to break down 3 essential steps to ensure you maximize your contributions before that deadline approaches. Step 1 is to know your qualified plans and contribution limits. Many people don't realize how much they're allowed to contribute, when they can make that contribution by, and what that contribution means to them, potentially missing out on tax advantage benefits. Let's first address the most common types of retirement plans that are out there. There's traditional IRAs and Roth IRAs, which is an individual type of retirement account. And then there is employer types of plans such as SEP IRA, Simple IRA, and what people are probably most common with are 401k and 403b plans if they're in a nonprofit. Now let's address the limits for 2024 and 2025. For IRAs and Roth IRAs, the limit for 2024 and 2025 is the same. It is going to be $7,000 if you are under age 50. If you are age 50 and above, you'll be able to do an additional $1,000 for a total of $8,000. For a SEP IRA, the contribution limit for 2024 is 25% of your compensation, up to a maximum of $69,000. For 2025, they increased that limit by $1,000 to $70,000. If you participate in a Simple IRA through your employer, the contribution limit for 2025 is $16,500. And if you're over age 50, you can do an additional $3,500 to get you a total of $20,000. A caveat there is if you do have under 25 employees in your company, those limits may be a little bit increased for you. So now that we've completed step 1, we'll want to go to step 2, which is to choose the right account for your goals. What matters, and you may not have control over the type of plan that your employer offers to you, but what you do have control over is the type of tax bucket you are contributing to. So there are 2 main tax buckets available to you depending on the type of plan. There's what's called traditional, meaning you are going to put away pre-tax dollars today. You're not going to pay the taxes, and when you take that money out in retirement, you will pay the tax then. Or there's a Roth contribution, which means you will pay the tax today, defer those monies, and when you take it out in retirement, those will be tax-free to you. Now, the next question you may ask is, how do we determine what's going to be the best approach for myself? And it is going to be based on your goals, your current income, and the tax bracket you fall in, along with any future goals you may have. Now that we've figured out what type of account we're going to invest in and the tax bucket we're going to use, we want to move on to step 3, which be setting up the strategy for making these contributions. So what's important to know is what are the deadlines of these contributions when determining this. If you are going to be making IRA contributions, you have until 4/15 of the year you're in to make those contributions for the prior year. So as we approach the 4/15 deadline, that will be a contribution for 2024. If it is an employer contribution that you're making through your employer plan, you will have to make that before year end. So if you were looking to contribute to your plan for 2024, it's too late now, but you can make those contributions for 2025. In addition to that, the next part is going to be the strategies that you're looking to use when making these contributions. So now that there's been some market volatility, I'm sure that has provided some concerns for people. The 2 options you typically have are making a lump sum or spreading those contributions throughout the year, which is also known as dollar cost averaging. That strategy is really going to depend on what best fits your needs, but dollar cost averaging throughout the year does make it for a much smoother transition, and also for planning throughout the year makes that easier. Now that we've kind of covered all three of those steps, let's do a quick highlight of everything we touched on. Is step number one is going to be determining what options you have available to you, knowing your contributions, the limits you can contribute to, and when you have to make those contributions by. The next part would be is making sure that you do address those by those deadlines for yourself. So please make sure you go to visit our website at securepg.net, or if you have questions for a financial advisor, please call them at 215-540-5566. Thanks and have a great day.